Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar. Today I'm joined by 4 experts to talk about how cannabis businesses of any size can set themselves up for sustainable growth in this coming year with sound financial, operational, and technological strategies. Our industry was very lucky in many regards, in that as the start of the pandemic began in the beginning of the year, we were looked at as essential. Something that I don't think many of us would have ever thought in a million years that in these times we would be deemed essential. But it also pushed through a great deal of additional change that came behind that need of being essential. And most immediately, the businesses that were trying to stay open and operate were forced to adapt. How do we communicate and do business in a mostly separated world?
Now the same metrics that have mattered in every other business are starting to matter in the cannabis industry. And so what we've been trying to do is work with our clients to get them prepared for whatever it is they want to do. I saw in the poll that driving revenue and profitability, very important, as well as exiting and potentially raising capital or selling your business interest and maximizing the value that you can get for that. What we're finding is, particularly for cultivation and manufacturing, having some sort of standard costing methodology is extremely important to investors and potential buyers.
You have to look at all of the different states as individual and unique industries in and of themselves with their own set of requirements and own set of regulatory issues. Most of them operate pretty close to the same thing, but that comes back from the Cole memo, which was set aside by the current administration, but that was the initial driving factor and still continues to have the primary influence over what states are doing. So, and if you haven't done that, it'd be a great thing to Google that and understand there's about 8 points to that Cole memo that really are the guiding factors that are driving regulations and regulatory issues. Your liability always resides with the license holder. And what I would tell you is you really want to drill into your tech stack and report and understand that reporting is everything. What reports can you derive? What can you see is what happened and what is happening in your business? Can a report on the data sets that you're using to run your business and specifically to be in compliance? Can it support your SOPs? So when you look at your SOPs and you look at how they're implemented, does your tech stack match what they're doing? And can they show you those irregularities and those issues, point out the abnormalities and things that you're looking for?
As that competition heats up, as kind of the professional bar is raised in CBD, cannabis, and hemp, it's even more important that your brand is making some impact with your customers. So you need to really focus on what it is that makes you unique. Obviously, every state has their own companies. We've got some federal businesses as well, but you really need to hone in on why, not just what you sell or what service you provide, but why what you do is different from the way that your competitors do it, right? And then certainly automation is the key, right? Let's try and make this as easy for your internal teams as possible, while also making sure that you are staying in front of your customers on a regular and not annoying basis. So we want to make sure too that you're thinking about ways in which you can automate your processes and that you can put your marketing messages out into the world and give your customers an opportunity to engage with you, and that you're, again, measuring that, you're collecting that data, and you're using that data to provide more valuable information for them as they become more ingrained in the brand.
I want to thank all of our panelists. I want to thank Scott, Chris, Sarah for some amazing information and conversation today.